I think it's well overdue up-to-date barn tour of this conversion that's been ongoing now for almost 6 months, I think, maybe a little longer. We're almost there actually. A lot of work has been completed here since we did the last tour. We're going to show you around the inside in just 1 minute. But I'm stood just on the courtyard aspect of the barn, where we've got the granite sets or blocks all covered up, and you can see a lot of preparatory work is being done in this nice new covered area, which is going to be the carport. It's proved very useful in the very wet spring that we've had here. Meant that they can prep all this wood and boarding ready for fitting in the main barn. So we'll take you in and just show you what's going on at the moment. We're putting a massive amount of tongue and groove back into the barn to give it some character. I'll show you in a minute what we're doing in all the bathrooms, but also in the downstairs living area of the tractor shed. And what we're doing here is just preparing all these pine boards by undercoating them in a wood primer and then giving them one coat of the end colour, which is here Little Green's Castel Pink. And the reason we're doing that is to get that colour all along those tongues, because as these mature and dry out over the next couple of years, they tend to shrink back, and if you've got a layer of paint on those tongues, then you don't see the underlying wood nearly as quickly, and it gives you an opportunity to come in and repaint those without it looking a complete mess. And no matter what they tell you, more wood will shrink gradually in time. The boarding on the ceiling here has also been done in the same tongue and groove. You can see here, to give it some old feel character, we've gone to all the extra work of incorporating all this boarding underneath the engineered wood that did form the ceiling before, and painted it all black. Gives it a really nice period feel, and this is one of our favourite parts of the barn. I know it's looking a little bit of a workshop at the moment, but let's take you into the rest of the barn and show you how things are coming on. This is the main entrance into the barn on the left hand aspect of that covered carport. Stone floors starting to go down in here. This is a Jaipur limestone, really nice rustic textured finish, and just look at the colour variation you get in this stuff. Absolutely gorgeous, very practical as well. We have used this in the previous barn, but a different variety of limestone, which was a good deal lighter than this. This one's got a lot more texture in it. Really think that's going to be very nice. I'm going to have to step down here. We're going to have a big step the full width of this room coming down, but at the moment that's not in place. So if I just step down into this atrium, it's glazed looking back in towards the carport to let all the light in. Again, we've picked up the ceiling that will flow right the way through here. Going to have some nice big period lanterns drop down from here, and the boarding will probably go on the back wall here to cover up where the old barn wall has been tanked. You can see the plastic tanking to prevent, there's no damp proof course or anything in these old buildings. These are agricultural buildings that we're converting here, and this is looking back into what was the old tractor shed. There used to be a barn door there. Staircase has gone in, starting to fit the boarding all around the aspect. It's going to be full height boarding in this room. As you can see here, it's gone up on the back wall from ceiling right the way down to floor. Understairs cupboard's going to be built to match, with an entrance doorway there going through into some storage for hoovers and things. And then the kitchen's going to be fitted in this corner. You can see all the first fit electrics and plumbing's already in. Underfloor heating's all down. Has actually been, wouldn't say commissioned, but it's been pressurised and pressure tested before they're coming in with this thick slab of concrete and then these stone tiles. We know this works really well as a source of heat, because we've done exactly the same in the previous barn conversion we did here 2 years ago now. Now this little area is going to be the utility area, the plant room if you like. Just look at that set of valves and pumps for the underfloor heating here. The electrics are going to be in the same cupboard. The immersion tanks have got to fit in here. All the plumbing comes back to this area from the bathrooms above, and they're doing a fantastic job getting that. It's going to be a really warm, lovely little cupboard this. We're going to have two oak doors across the front of it. big bifold doors are in place. Got a lot of moisture coming out of this concrete that's being set here, but the view out of there, I know you can't see it through the steamed up windows, but it's absolutely wonderful, looking north over the old vegetable garden, which is now going to be the cutting garden. Again, preparatory work going on. This is going to be the kitchen area for the main barn, the entrance hall going down to the main entrance, which is going to be the day-to-day entrance is going to be off that little corridor there. And then this oak staircase is in place, now being protected. All the safety features, we've got electrics in here with smoke alarms, emergency lighting with those green LEDs, which are a little bizarre when you see it at night. It does light the whole thing up, but it's all coming together very, very well. Got a first coat, second coat of paint on these walls. I do still need to get the final top coat on. This is all painted in Farrow and Ball Dimity, and we've painted both the ceilings and the walls in identical colours, which I think works very, very well. This is going to be the wet room. No natural light in here at all, so we're going for very atmospheric dark colours in here. It's pink ground by Farrow and Ball on the ceiling, and then we're going to have 3 farm red, I think, that dark green red on the boarding that's going to be fitted where the paint is missing off the walls. And along here we're going to have a wash basin on the wall with a high level toilet, and then a wet room built in here. The panels already in place. There we go. That's the drain that's been formed for the tilers to come in and form the wet room here, with a screen leading off this door into the body of the room. So, a little bit of second fix plumbing to do. Let me just show you the downstairs bedroom. Filming this in the morning, and the east facing window here is just a complete blast of sunshine bursting into this room. None of these rooms are exactly square because the barn was just built into the old farm boundary wall, which is that wall there, and you can see it's a slight angle, so this room widens towards the back end where we're going to have hopefully space for a king size bed. And then we've built into this wall the opportunity. This was a new wall to partition the old, what was the pig house behind, actually, with some nice period modern brick. I think this is a rustic mix that's been built in a lime render, lime mortar shall I say, to give it some character. Coming back into the main body of the barn, this is going to be a really nice open plan room. We've got 3 lights put in above, which we're hoping to have some drop lights over a large dining table. We're going to try and find a 10 or 12 foot table to sit in this position, and then the seating area is going to be in front of the window, and a log burner going just to see where it steps back before opening up into this other French door. We're going to have the log burner on a hearth there. The entrance hall comes in here. There's going to be, that is just a temporary door, so it's going to be slightly wider. You can see the frame they've built just to keep this secure. This is all painted in Castel pink, again, ceiling and floor. Again, we've got the other side of that lovely feature wall in here. Going to be a coat rack on the wall, the one I restored the other week with the horses' heads on, a little boot rack at the base with a seat on it, and then a piece of furniture to fit into this side. All the door frames are in their lovely oiled oak. None of the side architraves are on yet, all the doors aren't on site. Just waiting for things to proceed. We've got piles of tiles and paint all waiting to go on. Let's take you upstairs and show you some of the work that's gone on upstairs, because a massive amount of work's been put in. Oh, it's so nice having the floor at the right level. Bottom of those stairs has been a real jolt every time you come down. Making my way around the staircase, which has been made for us by a local firm in Norwich. Lovely piece of oak. They've done a really fantastic job with that. I'm up onto the top landing now, and in front of me you can see first fixed plumbing's all in place here. Coming through into the first of the little bedrooms upstairs. Lovely big Velux window giving plenty of light in here. We don't know how this is going to be furnished quite yet. We've got sockets and switches for bed to go under the eaves, but whether there's going to be room or not, we've still got to play around with this once the floor goes in. Massive pile of plumbing, and the floorboards that we've brought upstairs. We need to split these open and let them acclimatise to the moisture levels and temperature in this barn before they go down. That's a long view back along the corridor towards the bedroom we're going to show you in just a minute. But this is the first of the bathrooms. Just let me pop the lights on. Well, a light at the moment. We've got one bulb in here. And you can see the boarding work that's been put in here to try and bring the character back in. I think we've done this before in the house up on the Norfolk coast, and it's really worked well. Floors are down in here, electric underfloor heating, slipper bath there with freestanding taps behind it. The woodwork's all been primed and prepped as we showed you earlier. Toilets just going in place. They've built these really beautifully constructed boxes really in front of the woodwork to hide all the plumbing and the downpipes. We've got a sink still to go on here. That's going to be electrics for a shaver point, I think. And very pleased with this. I think with the floor tiles we've got and this lovely grey colour. This is Elephant's Breath by Farrow & Ball. It's really going to make the most and give it a lovely feel, this period bathroom. Two more to show you that we're doing very similar with. So let's move through. To my left is the small twin room. This is almost very difficult to furnish this room because the door we put into the middle so we could put one bed against this wall on the side. More floorboards, paint and plumbing and electrical bits and bobs in here. And then another single bed on this aspect here. So don't know where we're going to get a wardrobe in here. We should just about, I think, have maybe... Can't put it on that side because of the light switches. Be interesting to see. Maybe should have thought that through a little more and offset the door slightly, but until you see these spaces, it's very difficult to plan this unless you're doing it day in, day out. Again, here we go. This is the second of the bathrooms. This one's in, I think, Buckram Green. Again, similar style of boarding with matchboard all the way up the side, all the plumbing, pipes and everything hidden in the boxing going along the base. And then boards along the back. The bath in here is going to be a combined bath and shower. So the tilers are going to tile this entire back section. We're going to have a shower on this wall with a bath screen going across. And then again another footed bath in this position with mixer taps in the centre so it can be used both as a bath and a shower, because this bath is effectively the family bathroom, the way we sort of think about it anyway, to be used by kids probably staying in the middle bedroom. And then the end bedroom, again, this overlies the first downstairs bedroom, east facing, with that lovely morning sunshine and the paddocks beyond, lovely rural view out there. Radiators all in place, more floorboards and the matting for those, and my plumbing still sitting around. I don't know when they're going to put the boards down on here. I think they'll probably sensibly wait until they've got all the concrete in the downstairs and a lot of the moisture out before they start opening these boards. And then this bathroom, again, more matchboarding. You can see just how much woodwork there has been in putting the character back into these bathrooms. Nice Art Deco style toilet, boarding coming all the way around the side, and then this is going to be a shower cubicle with wall mounted shower, and again the windows looking out over the garden with electric roller blinds. These are all electrically operated, which will hopefully make them accessible and very nice and good rooms to sleep in when it's blacked out. So that's the main barn. If we make our way back along, you can see we're almost there now. Still a lot of work in one regard, but when you see how far we've come, and we were looking at some of the original pictures when they were taking this barn apart, of just how it was stripped right back, and you looked at it and thought, how are they ever going to make a livable space in this small environment? But it's worked, and it's giving us some really nice spaces. I'm really looking forward to seeing this floor finished off. It's going to run all the way through into this room, so we're going to have stone floors on the downstairs of this room with the boarding. I think that's really going to put the character back into what essentially is a semi-sunken box. Let's make our way up this staircase. Combination of oak again and pine. So we're going to paint it. Started work getting the spindles into the correct colour. That's going to be boarded up, so that gap's not going to be there anymore. And then upstairs here, this has formed a really nice room. Going to have high level cistern toilet in here and wash basin on the wall. That's boarded just the full height up to that. All these Velux windows, if you're looking at them thinking, well, they're totally impractical. How on earth are they going to use those? I'll show you them in operation in a minute. It's really fascinating to see the electric operation of those. Staircase there, and then this open area. It's a lovely tall room, this, with composite beam going across the top. The light fitting in here is going to be attached to that with a sort of dangly cord coming from where you can see the power cable coming out. Looks back towards the old farm in this position. And we've retained a dinky little window here that again just looks back along into the old vegetable garden. What we've got here is something we again didn't spot on the original plan, but this window now sits at the top of the staircase well, so completely inaccessible. The solution we've come up for this, we did pop electric power supply in case we could electrify that, but it was going to be problematic getting there. It's battery operated, and the remotes just left me feeling that's going to work for a while and stop. So we're going to build a wooden shutter with a magnet and a pole so you can just open and close the shutter to effectively form a blackout blind on that. Okay, let me show you these remote controls. These are what come with the Velux windows. And this, I think, is the open and close function. Let's just open this one up. There we go. It's not a rapid or a fast action, a very controlled, gentle action. But to be able to open and close these at the push of a remote, I can just stop that one there. And then let me show you, this is the remote for the blind. Again, let me push down. And the roller blind comes down. These are solar powered. The solar panels are on the outer aspect of the Velux windows. And it does give a very, very good blackout blind effect when they're closed. I can stop those at any time, open them up, and it will stop itself, so there's no need to stop the motors. And again, if I close this window, just one press of the button, you can operate both simultaneously. You can see the blinds going up, and that window should close and lock itself. It's the blind up, and there's the window just shutting. So, an amazingly efficient solution for high up Velux windows and we've got 4 of these in this room, so it would make it unusable as a bedroom if we hadn't got that technology put in, and I'm really impressed with those. So I hope you've enjoyed the barn tour. We will show you over the next couple of weeks as this comes to completion how things progress. Looking forward to seeing our floors down upstairs and just tidying everything up and getting a lot of the boxes and bits and bobs. It's an incredibly busy place, a building site, but to see it progress so nicely is really, really a nice thing to watch, and to have it come to completion after such a long period of build is really quite exciting. Thanks for watching.